Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Paterson, and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm doing a video on something that you guys have asked for quite a lot, and that is how do you make a portfolio that will make you more money in design and get you more jobs. Well, today I'm going to be showing you my tips for actually making a better portfolio and how you can get more work from showing the work that you love to do. So there's 5 different tips in this video and I hope you guys enjoy them. The first one is be clear. Your portfolio is something that shows your work. Now, clients don't want to just see your work, they actually want to understand it. You have to be clear on what you are designing and why. So hence for me, I will be designing a logo design or a logo type design or hand lettered pieces. I'm going to say that it's a hand lettered piece within my portfolio. Having your work clear on the page is super important as well, making sure that it is the center of attention of what you're trying to do, and any other information is just helping that image or helping the context of what you're doing is super important. The goal that I try to achieve, as you can see on my portfolio, which I've just recently updated, is that the client could see the work within the first few seconds and understand what it's for, who it's for, and why I created it. So that's number 1, be clear. The second tip is be concise. Now this is a bit of a strange one because sometimes we don't like to be concise. We feel like clients need to know all the information and have case studies and references to everything. Well, that isn't always the case. Whenever I'm looking through your portfolios or I'm looking for a portfolio of someone that I'm going to hire, I always look to see their information, but I want it to be concise. I don't want a full description. Now, if I wanted to go more into it and more detailed and more depth into that certain project that I'm viewing, I would like to view a case study. So there should be a link. So something that helps me with this on my portfolio when I'm showing people is to have a link to a more detailed case study to that project if I have one. So my main portfolio is concise. So all the information is in one paragraph or in a couple sentences, so a client can just quickly see the information, get the context, and decide whether he wants to look at my case study. Doing this actually serves your client and doesn't overwhelm the person looking at your portfolio with a bunch of unnecessary information. Making sure that your portfolio and everything is spelled correctly as much as possible, and making sure that you're using words that clients can understand, words that are professional, words that reflect you and your personality, all super important. But you've got to try and keep it concise. So I try to limit mine to a paragraph, and then if I've got more to say about that, I'll put it into a separate portfolio or a different link. And when you have that link, you can go absolutely crazy on the information. You can just give as much as you like. Tip number 3 is showing your favorite work, not the work that you've done for a company. Now this is a bit of a confusing one because we think that we have to share the work that we've done for other companies that other companies are satisfied with, and not the work that we love to do. We only want to show the work that paid. Well, this is bad and not a good idea at all. A lot of people complain that they're getting all the wrong types of work. Maybe they're a logo designer like me, but they've done an amazing poster design and they put that out on their portfolio. It got loads of hits on their portfolio and you started getting a load of poster design commissions, which isn't something that you're wanting to do. Well, this happens when you show the work that you don't like to do, even if you are good at it. For instance, I do a lot of business card designs and I do a lot of branding in other areas, but I only really show my hand lettering and my logo design skills. And this isn't because my other work's bad. In fact, I quite like it, but it's because I prefer doing logo designs. So the more logos I put out on my portfolio enables me to show the client that that's what I like to do and that's what I specialize in. So only show your favorite work that you like to do. Even if you don't think it's that great, put it in a portfolio. And if you've never worked with anyone on your favorite type of work, whether it's a logo or branding or anything, make it up. Choose a fake company and shove it in your portfolio. Just make sure it's clear and concise, and then you should be good to go. Tip number 4 is to have good web assets. Now, I'm no web designer, but I do know that there are a few things that are important with my logo design portfolio that you guys need to know about. I try to make all my web assets look really good. Now, web assets are basically like domains and everything else on your website, like images, typography. I try to make everything as good as possible. And this is where having a good domain comes in. A good domain isn't just a .com domain after your name. A good domain name actually shows what you are about. A good domain actually shows your career, your industry, or it describes what you do. So I could have willpatersondesign.co.uk or I could have willpaterson.design. This video is actually sponsored by porkbun.com. Now porkbun.com is where I got my .design domain, but they do a .design and a .inc domain. Now if you want your very own .design or .inc domain, then you can get your first .design or .inc domain for $5 for this year. So that means that you could have your name, like me, at willpaterson.design or willpaterson.inc as your domain. So you may be wondering to yourself, why do I need a good domain? Well, I've got a good answer to it. I'm Will Paterson and I'm a brand. I do graphic design. That is my profession. So having willpaterson.design is generally going to be a lot better than willpaterson.uk, .com, .co.uk, .org. It's going to be better than the rest of them because people will be able to remember it easily. Porkbun.com also do a .inc domain name, which is awesome for anyone who's a calligrapher, a painter, or someone who uses ink or craft. So the way that I'm using my porkbun.com domain names is willpaterson.design is my portfolio and my main website, and willpaterson.inc is going to become my portfolio for my hand lettering because I use a lot of ink. These domain names are highly memorable and they look cool as well, and they will serve you amazingly. Now if you want your very own .design or .inc domain name, then I would click that link down below in the description where you can get them both, and it's only $5 for the first year. And that is literally $5 to change the way that companies perceive your portfolio and your brand. So click that link down below in the description to get your very own .design domain from porkbun.com. And number 5, the last tip, is to make your portfolio shareable. Shareability is a huge part of being a designer. Something that I strive to do with all of my work that I put on my portfolio or on YouTube or on Instagram, whether it's hand lettering, logo design, or video work, is to make it shareable, which means that you guys find it interesting enough and good enough to share. Now people sharing your portfolio is super important to get your work out there. So to make your portfolio shareable, it has to be relevant to the people that you're trying to get hired by. For instance, I do a lot of logo type design, so I make the words that I write on there shareable, or on my Instagram I write quotes that people would like to share and they will repost my Instagram posts of my hand lettering. This is just a great way of gaining a following online as well, just to get people following your work through other people sharing the work that you've done. So that is something that I strive to keep. And on the 5th point of making it shareable, your domain name is a huge part of that. So making sure your domain name has the .design or .inc at the end could be the difference between someone clicking on it or not clicking on it. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, press that thumbs up button, make sure you press that red subscribe button, and don't forget to check out porkbun.com to get your first .design or .inc domain, or both, for $5 for the first year. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!